Today is June 6, 2016. I am Mark and welcome to the 11th edition of Mavro News Channel. In our events roundup this week, we go to Mexico for an offline event in Casablanca. Mexico will also be the venue of our featured MMM Gives Back as organizers give out cakes and drinks at a hospital in Obregon City. Our featured story today will be about Bill Gates and his views about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. While in his Just an Opinion segment, Guider Emilson One talks about his biggest fault in doing MMM. And we will cap our edition with the new advisories from MMM India and MMM Philippines. Our first stop this week is in Mexico as Guiders Veronica Reyes, Patricia Ross, and Guillermo Teles gathered more than 150 people at the Casablanca, Puebla last May 14. Each of the Guiders took turns in discussing important topics about MMM, how it works, and the benefits of participating as a community member. Their thorough explanation made the attendees appreciate the advantages of being part of MMM and also the ideology espoused by the founder, Mr. Sergey Mavro. After the event, 25 of the guests registered and the organizers were happy because they were able to successfully impart to them the MMM ideology. They also distributed food items inside bags printed with MMM logo. On May 5, 2016, the team of MMM Mexico gathered for a charity event at Obregon City, the second largest city in the northern Mexican state of Sonora. They have chosen as recipients the relatives who are taking care of hospitalized patients in the Mexican Institute of the Welfare. These relatives come from villages, so they often do not have places to sleep at. And majority of them eat only once a day while they take care of their sick loved ones. MMM Mexico participants saw the need to give cheers to this group of people, so the team put up a table at the hospital grounds and distributed cakes and drinks. The organizers were deeply satisfied with the outcome because aside from making these people happy, they were also able to let people know of MMM Mexico's existence and invite them to join the community. With the emergence of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, many known people have also weighed in on the discussions as to their importance. One of them is the billionaire philanthropist and Microsoft's co-founder Bill Gates. On October of 2014, at the SWIFT International Banking Operations Seminar in Boston, he had an interview with Eric Schatzker of Bloomberg's Street Smart. Eric Schatzker asked him if he is a believer that Bitcoin is the answer to ease the cost of payment transactions for moving money from one place to another. Here is what Bill Gates had to say.
Well, Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient. The customers we're talking about aren't trying to be anonymous. You know, they're willing to be known. So the Bitcoin technology is key, and you could add to it, or you could build a similar technology where there's enough attribution that people feel comfortable. This has nothing to do with terrorism or any type of money laundering.
Bill Gates again reiterated his stand on online currencies when he delivered the event's closing keynote address, in which he stated that in the future, financial transactions will eventually be digital, universal, and almost free.
Great day, everyone! Welcome to our third segment of Just My Opinion. Last week, we talked about my opinion about Sergey Mavro, the founder of MMM. So today's topic will be a little different than the last two topics we discussed. This is something I realized several months after joining MMM, and I hope that everyone can relate to this topic. I will entitle this topic as My Biggest Mistake in Joining MMM. Sounds weird, right? But wait, before you react, please listen as I speak about my experience in MMM. In the first segment, I mentioned that I became a participant of MMM Philippines just recently. It was last year, May of 2015, that I came to know about this community. I researched about it, and just like everyone else did, I registered and I attended the guider school so that I can deeply understand about its ideology. Then, few months later, I was starting to build a team, which most of the people I invited was my friends. It was really exciting and fun because everything seems to work seamlessly. We conducted events in charity works, but because of too much excitement, I overlooked something important, and those are the rules in safe participation. During every guider school, there is an activity that helps MMM guiders understand probabilities of the MMM in the future, and this is called the business games. During every guider school, there is this one activity that helps MMM guiders understand the probabilities of the MMM in the future. This is called the business games. It is one of the toughest activity to be accomplished before you will upgraded to a guider status. In this activity, you will know what are the effects of panic, pause mode, and restart on MMM. This game will also help you understand the core mechanics of MMM. But this activity is taken for granted most of the time. Because of too much excitement for money, most guiders actually forgot the meaning of this activity. And I must admit, I am one of those guiders. So going back to my story, I was able to develop a big team. Obviously, since MMM community compensates generously, I became really complacent. What I did is to just let my Mavro stay in my PO and withdraw only small amounts. My goal was to let the Mavro grow really huge so that in the future I will get big amount in terms of get help. I became careless that I forgot that MMM is a mutual aid community and I should never treat it like an investment scheme or a business. The need for money blinded me about the risk that's coming my way. It was during December that a panic was triggered here in the MMM Philippines. For me, it was because of mixed reasons. There are participants cheating the system, and there are also promos launched by MMM that went unsuccessful. That panic later became a pause mode for MMM Philippines, sadly. And because of I didn't ask for get help regularly, almost 90% of my Mavro became frozen. You know, when it's frozen, you cannot withdraw it. And that's what I consider as my biggest mistake after joining MMM. I forgot the rule that says ask for help when you need it and provide help whenever you are able to. After realizing that it was my fault, I stopped blaming other people and the community itself for what had happened. I learned a very important lesson that I will not forget for the rest of my life. And that lesson is to stop taking things for granted. And so, before I end this segment, let me share you my own tips on how you can safely participate with MMM and how you can overcome possible changes in the future. Number 1, always make sure you follow the most important rule in the community, and that is to participate only using your spare money. So meaning, money that is not critical or that will not make you cry in case you lost it. So money that you can donate to other people with little or no expectation of return at all. So taking loans or credit just for the sake of participation is a big no-no. Number 2, when you invite people to MMM, make sure you discuss anything and everything about MMM. Show them all the faces of MMM, whether it is good or bad. They have to embrace it before they join the community. Number 3, understand the ideology of the MMM community. I know this might sound crazy, but in MMM, if people will only put the ideology first, money will just follow. And number 4, this is the most important. Be honest. If you need money, then ask for get help. If you have spare money, then provide help. Aside from endorsing MMM, to other people, do you know how to make MMM more sustainable? So for me, the answer is business. If your Mavro is big enough for you to build a business which is online or offline, then use it. Request for get help, then use it to build the business. Then later on, when your business had high profits, you can provide the money back to the community. This will benefit more people and will make the community more sustainable. And lastly, number 5 is to stay calm. Yes, stay calm at all times. What do I mean by that? Stay calm and never let panic invade your mind. If you are a guider already, being calm at all times will help you think of immediate solution when there are challenges. And if panic is not present in our community, surely MMM will always be in good state. So that's all for this week. I will see you again next week. Again, this is Emil, and always remember that anything and everything that I said in this video is just my opinion. Have a great day and bye-bye.
MMM India has recently opened the enrollment for participants interested to become MMM pioneers. The program is designed to provide opportunity for members to expand their structures and become successful leaders. Accepted enrollees will get advanced knowledge about the MMM system and also all the required tools for their work. Different groups of MMM pioneers will be created and they will travel around India to assist regular MMM participants. They will provide different trainings to willing members with the goal of developing them into effective guiders. To enroll, please send your complete name, your ID in the system, and your contact numbers to the email address mmmpioneers@gmail.com. You may also apply at the official website of MMM India by either calling or sending an email to their call center. Now we move to MMM Philippines. Aiming to identify the most effective guiders and also increase the efficiency of the offline activities for MMM Philippines, the administration has decided to introduce new criteria in approving event proposals submitted through the Event Proposal Regulatory System or EPRS. The approval of new proposals submitted by guiders will now depend on the total provided help they achieve on their previous event. They must at least double the total budget for the event in terms of generated PH for their new proposal to be approved. Report of events should also now include number 1, the number of newly registered participants during the event. Number 2, their MMM personal office emails. Number 3, the approximate amount of their PH. The administration also reiterated that they came up with the new rules because of growing demand to save the funds of our participants used for offline activities. MMM Philippines also launched a contest from June 2 until June 9, 2016, wherein the winner can get 10,000 pesos. To participate, active members must promote MMM online among Filipinos, register them as direct referrals, and encourage them to provide help. The one with the highest PH total will take the prize. Please note that in getting your total, only up to 4,000 pesos of donation will be considered per account. To receive the prize, the total amount of PH from your direct referral should be at least 20,000 pesos, and you must record an education video about what you did to invite people online. For clarification, please ask your guiders. And with that, we end another edition of Mavro News Channel. Before we go, we would like to extend our greetings to our Muslim brothers and sisters as they begin their holy month of Ramadan. Greetings also to MMM countries having their own holiday this week. South Korea's Memorial Day today, Peru's Flag Day tomorrow, and China's Dragon Boat Festival on June 9. And on June 12, Independence Day of the Philippines and Nigeria's June 12 commemoration. Alright, enjoy your holidays. I'm your host Mark, and please join us again next week. Always remember, together we can change the world.